What's up, guys? So today's video is going to be on the Belmonts. The Belmonts, in my opinion, are a mid-range monster, meant to stop approaches, meant to pressure people who aren't doing enough to approach you, and meant to really control the ledge as well. The weaknesses, of course, are just being up close and general disadvantage state. They get blown up once they get hit, so you kind of have to play this character perfect. And I would recommend this character for people who describe themselves as very defensive, who like oppressing people, who like getting strong rewards for good reads, and don't mind getting blown up for making mistakes, or in other words, are pretty much perfectionists. With that said, how do you play neutral with this character? This character's neutral is going to revolve a lot around his aerials and his forward tilt, if people are being aggressive. This move controls so much space in the ground. Also worth noting, all of his whip attacks have a tipper, so 14.4 versus 12. But yeah, so if someone's on the ground doing things, you just do this. At max range, if they block this and roll in, you'll catch the roll. So you really can't approach Belmont on the ground. As a result, good players are going to try to jump at you, and you have to react to the jumps with your forward air and your back air. Now, it's worth noting that his aerial acceleration and speed is atrocious. I think he has the worst air acceleration in the game. So like, if I try jumping and moving backwards after the jump, I can't. I can't move forward either. I don't go anywhere, basically. I'd have to double jump, and I don't want to burn my double jump, because then if I get hit out of the air, I'm basically dead. So, I mentioned this because that means you're going to generally want to retreat with your jump in neutral a lot. So, like, just from retreating forward air. And this will catch people jumping at you pretty easily. Just make sure to react to where they're jumping. You know, if they're jumping at your height, this is good. If you see them jumping higher than you, angle it up. And if you jump and then realize they're just on the ground, angle it down. Note that this move only auto-cancels if you do the rising aerial. So, make sure not to do a late aerial. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in landing lag like this, and it doesn't look like much landing lag, but it's enough that people can blow you up for it. So, yeah, I'm normally just going to react to what people are doing with the forward tilt, with the aerials. Nothing too crazy. You're going to have to give up space a lot of times, and that's one of the scariest things about this character is a lot of times in neutral, you're going to end up giving space versus aggressive people, and you're going to have to kind of fight for it back by hitting them. Now, you can try to jump forward as a result, but you can't get blown up for that as well. You can also be holding your place. But you're fighting like sorties, their range will generally blow you up once they get in range, like around here, to jump in. Other options to deal with approaches are just down tilt, low profiles, a lot of aerial approaches, and it does some decent damage, doing what? Almost 14.5. And you can mix people up afterwards. You can do like down tilt into a grab. You want to be a little bit tricky. The down throw does combo into stuff at low and mid percents. It's like combos. Still combos. I think now it's stop comboing if I did another down throw. But yeah, you can also just do like down tilt 1-2. If they don't tech, you can do that. If you do down tilt 1-2 and you can get a jump, you can angle an aerial whip. So that's really cool. You can also try whiff punch people with the cross, and I find this is really good if you have extra space to work with on the ground. So like around here, I'll just put the cross out. If they block or whatever, nothing really happens. They might be able to get a little bit closer. But if it hits them, especially the second hit lets you do whatever you want as follow-ups. The second hit of the cross is like one of the places where the Belmonts have a lot of room for imagination, I call it. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, you get that. It does some decent damage. Goes really far if you smash stick it. And this has two distances. This has the tilt stick distance like that, or if you smash it, you get the smash stick distance. And both have uses depending on your opponent's spacing and what you want to go for. Like here, if I want to cross, I'll do short version, because that way I can combo the first into second and get easy combos. So that's really good for whiff punishing people when you have more distance to work with, or we think someone's just gonna get hit by cross for some reason. What else? People being aggressive versus you. So, the Belmonts have one of the best out of shield options in this game, with up B out of shield. This move is invincible frames 5 to 6, and the hitbox comes out frame 6. And the hitbox range is massive. Like, I will hit pit from here, no kidding. Okay, no, I was kidding. Around here you hit. Nope, okay, I'm done. Here? There we go, yeah. So the range is big on it. I may have overstated a little bit. But also, a lot of characters, when they're in the end leg of a move, extend their arms. So for example, if you're fighting Crom and he's jabbing you, as long as it's not absolute max range jab, you can block the jab, and a guaranteed punish is up B out of shield, because he extends his arm forward. And same with most characters using aerials. They extend some sort of body part forward, and you just punish that. So I find myself a lot of times trying to bait out these aerials and up being as shield versus them. Even if they cross me up, I'll be like, oh, you're crossing me up. Reverse up out shield. And combine that with your ability to kind of force people to press buttons. You know, you can get a lot of damage and punishes and just oppress and annoy people with this. And that's very important when you realize, hey, you're doing all these tilts, these aerials, but they're not getting hit by it. Oh, they're a little bit too close. And yeah, I know it's a lot of stuff to take in, but that's kind of the core of their neutral. Other mix-ups you can do are going to be, if you have a really hard arena someone's jump in, you can do the axe. The axe will kill at decent percent, something like 110 and pit will probably kill them, maybe 120 with good DI. A lot of times if you throw the axe and someone's jumping at you, they'll be DIing in, so even though it shouldn't kill them, because the DI would be wrong due to holding forward, you'll kill them pretty early. You can also even combo off the axe, by the way, if like you're ready for that. Like, yeah, that's a good combo, almost 30 damage. So yeah, now for more defensive people who are holding shield and waiting for you to press buttons, that's where your projectile setups come into play. And I think he struggles a lot actually with people who are just kind of holding shield and waiting for them to press buttons, because like if you whiff this and they jump over you afterwards, that's really annoying. If you go for a jump aerial and they see that, they can just dash underneath you as you jump. Even if you try angling this downwards, it doesn't really have a hitbox like you see there's no hitbox right underneath him, or right in front of him here. Or it is, but some short characters can get past it. It's still a slow aerial as well. I think it comes at frame 12. Factor a 3-frame jump squat, you're looking at 15-frame aerial. And yeah, if someone just knows you could do that, they can blow you up for it. So, versus the people that are playing defensive in this range, I really like a few different setups. I like throwing the cross backwards, and then trying to do things with the cross coming to help me. Because I can do like that, and then press buttons. And, oh, by the way, if you catch the cross, you're stuck in a little animation. So you don't want to catch the cross while doing nothing. You want to catch the cross while pressing some sort of button to not get stuck in the animation. Think like the Link's boomerangs. Yeah, so that's really good pressure. For people playing defensively, you can do a lot of combos off of that. Another trick is throwing the holy water on people, and a lot of people, of course, if they're shielding, the holy water bounces off of it. So there's some tricks for that first. First, if someone's shielding, and this is hard to do by myself, so I might not get it. So I do this, and I see you shielding. I can try and catch that holy water. It's very hard to do, but with practice you'll get it, and then you can do a lot of cool stuff with the holy water. Z-drop aerials, which by the way, I'll just share with regular item. In case you don't know what a Z-drop aerial is, you can drop an item while doing an aerial and you'll re-catch it in the air. So like let's say with a bat. And it's called Z-drop because you use the grab button for it, but for me it's an L drop. So I press L, C-stick aerial. And you see I'm catching it while I do my aerial. So a very important tech to use. And now the other trick I was going to talk about with holy water is if you don't want to give someone a chance to catch that because they can act first, or you just want to set up immediate pressure, throw it a bit in front of their shield. So around here, you see it blows up in front of their shield and pressures them. Now if they wait, now I held shield there until it was over, but if they drop shield a bit too early, they'll get hit by it, so they have to like roll or jump out of it, which gives you so much momentum to work with. Another setup you can do is a down tilt on block is actually pretty good, because you can space it to cross people up or not cross people up. You can mix up 1-2, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with down tilt. In general, down tilt is one of his better moves. It is very punishable if they read your mix up, so I wouldn't spam it, but it lets you outplay your opponent. Dash attack's also a pretty cool move because you can cross people up with it. So a lot of times there's a mix up, which is gimmicky because it's very punishable block, is I'll dash attack on someone, and I'll cross them up, and then I'm at perfect range to forward tilt. And a lot of people go for like a grab expecting no cross up, or they'll just misinput something, and then the forward tilt will just hit them, which is really nice. So that's another way I blow up people being defensive. I wouldn't recommend going for many nairs or grabs as this character. His grab is 10 frames, as I think I mentioned before, and his movement speed is slow, so like good players can just react to you running at them. And his nair is very low range. It has like 8-frame startup, and it's just, since his options up close are generally pretty poor, you can't mix people up too well by doing like run up nair. It just doesn't really work that well. I mainly use nair as a tool to pressure people on platforms. So like if they're here, I can go for a nair and start pressuring them pretty well. Or as a combo tool. because you can do drag down there, up B into combos, or drag down there, grab. I believe that also combos. But I'm awful right now. There we go. Even drag down there into jab does combo, assuming you get the right drag down hit. But yeah, so there is it's in whatever tool. Another thing you can do is if someone's shielding and you think they're gonna be really slow and they're not gonna react to this, you can throw an axe. And the axe into forward smash tipper will break shields. Let me try to get this. It's a little bit difficult to do this by myself, so I don't get this time. Just take my word for it. Okay, one more try. Like that breaks shields. That wasn't even tipper forward smash. So that's a really good setup when people are scared. And otherwise, it's gonna be a battle of patience between both of you. If he's not pressing a button, then you don't have to press a button as Richter. You can both just wait, because you should have superior range to basically any character in the game at this like mid range. Well, superior combination of range and speed on your hitboxes. So keep that in mind. Now, when you're hitting someone, your goal is to crowd them into the corner always. This character's juggle game is kind of weak. His up air is very narrow hitbox. It kills pretty early actually, and it's pretty fast. It's like that's really good actually. It auto cancels on it, long range. I'll try to show it here. Oh, you can't see because of my tag. Whatever. Point is, hits very high up, and also his up tilt is an extremely good anti-air option actually. So if someone's above me, I will just run underneath them and up tilt, especially for platform pressure. Like I like doing this a lot in neutral where someone's shooting on a platform. I just go up tilt, and the hitbox is pretty wide. It's very fast. It doesn't come with anything as far as I know, but the damage by itself is decent, I believe. Yeah, do 12 damage. You can a lot of times set up a second up tilt. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get this. Something worth noting about this up tilt actually into up air as pressure and like trying to chase people down is if you do the up air too fast, sometimes you get a nair. So like if I try doing up tilt, I'm not getting a nair, whatever. Before I was doing this and I was getting nairs because I was doing the jump up air too fast. There we go, see? If I do up tilt and try a buffer a jump nair, I jump up air, I get nair. So if you do up tilt, jump, and then wait for the jump to come out, and then do the up on the C stick to get the up air. For people using tilt stick like me. But yes, that's a solid option. Pretty much just for any scenario someone's above you. But yeah, back to advantage state. This character really wants to corral people into the corner because his anti-air game is generally not the best. And he has a little bit of trouble hitting the diagonals and chasing people well with him. But his corner pressure is absolutely bonkers. So, off stage, you can throw the axe and kind of force people into sudden recoveries. And the point of throwing the axe is not so much to hit people, although if you can hit people, do it if it kills them. The goal is to force people to the ledge. Because of the ledge, he has ridiculous setups. Holy Water is like kind of the obvious setup. You just do this. It catches... Let me get him closer to me. Here we go. It catches regular get up here. Wow, this camera is garbage right now. Maybe I do this instead. Yeah, screw it. We're doing this. So you can catch regular get up with this. This will catch regular get up, jump, and get up attack. And they're forced to roll or wait at the ledge. Now, if they roll and you forward tilt, you can catch that. Also, if they get up into this, forward tilt hit them. Or if you want to kill him, you can do a forward smash. I like doing this a lot. Do this into dash back forward smash. It will catch the roll if timed right, and it will catch them doing a get up option. So the best option is hold ledge. However, though, there's a trick where he can angle his forward smash up and down. And if you angle this down, you'll catch ledge hold on most, if not all, characters. I think spacing is very important depending on the character, because some characters hang on the ledge lower than others. But yeah, so like, take this. Do that. Angle down, hit him for holding the ledge too long, and that'll force him to do something at the ledge, like a well-timed roll. And also hit him with the Holy Water. Make sure to angle your forward smash up. A lot of characters will actually just kind of like rise when getting hit by Holy Water, and if you angle it straight forward after Holy Water, it will completely whiff. So make sure to angle that up. Just get a little bit of practice on that before doing it. Other tricks for a ledge, you can use down smash. This will cover rolls. This has a tipper. It can catch people holding ledge, but it's not as good as forward smash and go down. So I mainly just use it when I'm not sure if someone's gonna roll or get up. And I want something that's gonna be quicker than forward smash, but a bit more powerful than forward tilt. But it's a lot laggier, so keep that in mind. Other tricks. Now you can also do axe at the ledge, which is good low percentage if you want to mix it up, maybe catch someone jumping, or if you want to do this when the holy water is out, you can go like holy water, jump axe. I jump back because if you do holy water into close range axe, you see how it doesn't hit the ledge. So yeah, holy water into jump back axe. Cross throw is good as well. It covers roll and regular get up and jump pretty well actually, if timed right. Only thing it should just lose to flat out is gap attack if they time it right. But yeah, so that's a nice option. You can even just spam forward tilts honestly. This covers so many options. If you don't have time to set projectile. Because a lot of times good people will wait for holy water to disappear and then act. But like time their action so they still have invincibility to avoid hitting the ledge with a forward smash. So yeah, a lot of times you can just do like this. They waited, they're low percents, so they still have invincibility for too long. You just start forward tilting people and forward airing. Run up in there is kind of not that great because he's so slow, like always. Also worth noting actually, for anyone who doesn't know, you have less ledge invincibility the higher percent you are. So grabbing the ledge at like 99% will give you about 30 frames of invincibility, whereas at 0% you should get like what, I think it's like 45 or 50-ish frames. It's more, that's for sure. But yeah, another fun setup you can do with this character is down tilt off stage, and you hit him off stage, and you can chase him with an aerial. Just make sure if you chase him off stage with an aerial to jump your aerial, because if you don't, and you don't time your aerial off down tilt perfectly, you will die. But if you do jump aerial, you can immediately recover with the tether. Another fun down tilt trick is actually on the platforms. On Battlefield, you can do this and go across the platforms, and that's really good for escaping pressure actually. More stuff on escaping pressure is fast full air dodge is really good since this character is one of the fastest falling characters in the game. And air dodge has very low end lag if it's just a regular air dodge and landing with it. So I actually love to just use my double jump after hit specifically so I can have time to fast fall and air dodge. Or if I'm not like tumble, I can literally just fast fall and air dodge anyway and get out of situations. It's great. And you have to learn how to mix up your air dodge fast falls, regular air dodges, and directional air dodge to escape disadvantage with this character. And there's not really a trick to it except kind of reading your opponent and reacting to them. Now, for offstage play, let me go to another stage. And I'm also going to show a little trick to deal with tilted ledges, because I know a lot of people have trouble with the holy water, where if it's on, say, Yoshi's Island or on Lilat, the tilted ledge will actually screw up the holy water setups. But yeah, so that's this character. I think everything else covered. Jab I didn't talk about because it's a mediocre jab. It does what you expect the multi-jab to do. It hits them, you do some damage, push them away, but if it gets blocked, it's punishable. Up smash I mentioned before, very small hitbox. I don't really use it much as it's a hard read. Back air and forward air basically function the same. You can use them the same ways. I think actually back air is stronger. I think it is. That's forward air. No, back air and forward air have the same exact power too. Anyway, so for dealing with these tilted ledges, a trick is when you jump, the arc on your holy fire or holy water is actually more narrow. So this won't work. You can't actually hit this ledge standing on the ground. But if you jump here, you will catch the ledge. So keep that in mind. Make sure to short hop it and not full hop it, otherwise just get that. Which sometimes can be good by itself. If you want to like trick people up, you can do like jump, throw it there, and then try and catch them with something. But yeah, now last thing I want to talk about is offstage. It's very important offstage to not burn your double jump. If you burn your double jump too early, you're dead. And when getting juggled, a lot of times if I can't do double jump, fast full air dodge to the ground for sure, I'll just try and air dodge away or later just take the hits and get knocked off stage. Because with a double jump, you have good recovery mix-ups. Oh, okay, Shy Guy. So his tether actually grabs from extremely high and far distances. Look at this. Oh, that was weird. That is... Let me put this in slow-mo. Because this is actually insane. Okay, not there. Too far. That's insane distance on that, though. And this is too slow. Right here, I would grab... Oh, I didn't angle it. Oh, you have to make sure to angle your whip, by the way. If you don't angle your whip, it will affect the distance at which you grab the ledge. So get in the habit of learning how to angle your whip up and down. I don't think I grabbed ledge because the Shy Guy was there. What? So there we go. Get that. Pretty high up. Like, that's like platform height. Yeah, screw. I'm just gonna do regular. I'm too used to timing here. I'm an amazing Richter, I know. But yeah, the point is practice it, because there's a lot more height on the ledge grab with the whip than you'd expect. Same with below, like that's really low. That's really low and really far, and I'm still grabbing the ledge. Boom. Boom. You can also grab with up air, so like from here I can get to the ledge. One thing to note is if you're close to the ledge, like really close, you actually cannot grab it with back air. And I don't know why it's working now. But sometimes you notice if you're playing this character, you won't grab the ledge with back air when you're extremely close. Maybe it's actually stage specific. Maybe worth labbing. But yeah, combine that with directional air dodging. Like, look, I grabbed ledge from so far away actually. So say I don't want to do my tether because they're going to hit me with a neutral air. I just go, okay. Air dodge past it. Air dodge past. You know, Keymight up B is invincible from frame 5 to 6 and comes out on frame 6 hitbox wise. So if someone's challenging you and you're like here, you can just say, nope, invincible up B hitbox, get through, hit you, get back to the ledge. And yeah, overall, this character is one of the heaviest characters in the game. So as long as you make sure to control mid-range and to watch out for very specific moves to send you at bad angles, you'll be fine off stage. Like if I'm fighting Chrom, the one thing I make sure not to get hit by is a forward smash, because forward smash sends me at the worst angle for recovery. It sends me narrow but far. But like if I get hit by, say, a forward air, the forward air hitbox is much higher up, so it gives me a lot more recovery options, and I almost never get edge guarded by just like getting hit up and going, okay, air dodge, I'm fine. Or okay, you're covering the air dodge. You know, tether from far away. And yeah, I think with this character, the struggle with this character is actually not his offstage game, or even his disadvantage state, because Nair's an okay combo breaker for disadvantage. Same with up B if someone's like right in front of you, and his weight class being good, but him being kind of a slim character, and him being able to use air dodges to his advantage to his fastball status. I think his main issue is actually his neutral. His neutral is good, very good, but it has the weakness of a blind spot around like around a little bit higher up than here, especially if someone's camping a platform, mainly because he has to commit to this. And if someone's like really close and they're trying to jump at him, he has to commit pretty early to his jump aerial, which leads to openings for the opponent to just pressure him by waiting, or if he wants to wait for the opponent to do something, not thinking they're going to jump in, they can just jump in and start pressuring him pretty easily. Good players will do attacks that are safe versus up B out shield, like for example, back hit Chrom up air is actually safe versus up B out shield. I think falling will forward air is also safe, etc, etc. And people who are doing that and just generally rushing him down, characters that have good projectiles are also obnoxious for him, like a pit arrow is fast enough to challenge a lot of his attacks, including his projectiles, but Pick can force him to approach, but then because of the arrows, he has trouble approaching, so that's a really frustrating matchup. And yeah, I think that's why I think neutral is a little bit difficult for him in a lot of matchups. But if you figure out ways to deal with that like close range blind spot, if you find ways to deal with people camping out with faster projectiles, then I think you have an extremely solid character who's also really fun. With that said, guys, let me know if there's any specific characters you want to do next. Right now I'm just kind of doing guides for characters I enjoy playing, of course. So yeah, peace out.